Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the Walk the DogCast with the one and only Matthew Mullins. Episode Double Deuce 22.
Man.
Who's a 22 from sports?
Um,
That's not really a number, huh? Like
mm-mm.
a lot of 21, a lot of 23.
No one's excited about 22,
Mm-mm.
which is fair.
Gotta
But
be a
hey,
baseball player.
episode 22, big deal. I can't believe we're still here. We haven't been canceled yet.
Can't cancel all of us.
Well, amen. So we're excited to be here, dog. Today's episode is sponsored by the one, the only Mr. Monkey Dog, Mr. John Conley. He is on the pursuit of every rainbow galaxy. Hit the homie up. He is looking for the mini Banshee.
Mini Covey.
No, mini
Mini Banshee?
Banshee.
Okay.
He's got the mini Covey. Mini Banshee.
Was it the regular mini Banshee or a wide?
That is a great question.
I don't, it's been a
I
long
don't
time.
either.
I think it's probably the regular.
I think it's the regular as well. Hit him up either way so we can eliminate your yo-yo as not needed.
Does he have a different mini Banshee to trade for it? That usually helps.
No, but he's got about any other model you can want.
You just go mini Banshee plus cash.
Bro, John's got trade stuff no matter what model you're looking for.
I think with the mini Banshees only being that one-time pre-order, that made it a little bit harder where they were readily available right after the pre-orders came in. Like people
Like most of your or like most of your models.
well, so what happens is people either order them and wait a few months and then they're not interested in the hobby. People hop in and out of the hobby a lot. Um, But what I see often also is people get multiples when it's a pre-order because they're not sure, am I going to need one to rock and one to stock? So then if you ordered two or three, you're going to get rid of it once you've played it in those first couple weeks, and because then people see the pre-orders coming, so that's when people are posting they're looking for posts. So this is what, 3 years down the road?
Right. And there's a couple prominent Rainbow Galaxy collectors that don't have this yo-yo. So I think it's a struggle for a lot of people to find this one.
Okay. So let's
So
just
we,
say there was 20 and 3 years ago, that has found a lot of forever homes.
well, that and what I was afraid of with like this, I went into frantic. I got to find all these on the 1.5s because if you don't get them early, they end up in people's cases and they're gone forever. People
Forever
are
home.
t- people are willing to sit on them because they're gorgeous. Why not?
hmm Yeah,
So,
once you become attached to them.
right. So, hit up John. I mean, dude pays like fair price, like way more than I would. So, you just need to, if you're looking for a yo-yo deal, go hit John up.
Well, his price went down because he had to sponsor the podcast.
Well, I kind of,
Well,
John's my
helping the
boy.
podcast, if you're helping us find another sponsor, what they're looking for, it keeps
Well,
the podcast going.
oh yeah, for sure. For sure. We had our first sponsor on the Stooges cast as well.
Oh, you guys filmed last night, right?
Yeah, we did. And that's I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but
You dropping it today? So we're filming
but
this Tuesday to drop Thursday.
no, I think we got Monday. I think we got next Monday is the drop day.
Okay.
I think we're gonna piggyback off of Monday Morning Yo-Yo.
Okay. Next week there might
Um
not be a Monday morning yo-yo.
dang dog. Okay, that's right. That's right. I see what
Tuesday
you're
morning
saying.
yo-yo.
Dude, hey, we could take a week off. Let's take a week off.
Oh, I'm still gonna have Tuesday morning yo-yo, but we don't have to have bangers if you want a week off.
Oh no, no, no. You don't take a week off. I don't take a week off. We roll.
The Tuesday bangers needs something.
Tuesday Bayer. That just gives me an extra day, which is actually
And that
super
gives everybody else an
appreciative.
extra day to submit a banger.
Yeah, well, that's right. Hit me up, tag me, dog, because I sure look at every one of them that you tag me in.
That just, man, that just unloaded a whole different wave of things that I got to figure out because Monday
Bro,
also ATC tricks.
I don't know. You started naming stuff the other day that you wanted to accomplish before Thursday in that live stream, and I was just in
Yeah, I'm in like
there.
I'm not in a good spot right now, but we'll figure it out.
Well, you didn't talk yesterday. I knew you were working your ass off, and then you posted on Facebook
Yeah,
that
those I,
yeah, go.
it seems like when it rains, it pours. So
What
the
happened?
shirt incident, like, what are the chances that you go to order some shirts and now their major part of the shirt printing process breaks? So that
Well,
is going to shut down shop for shirts.
right.
Um,
I was more talking about the story you posted yesterday of the
oh,
yo-yos
the
not getting
Prism.
along.
So what I did for Friday, just to drop something to keep the 8 p.m., I dropped those prismatic T52s.
Right.
And I dropped 10 of them with the hopes that the rest would be dropped loadout Tuesday, today when we're filming. But I can't get any A grades. After
Annie,
the
you
10,
can't
I got
get
10, so
any.
50%
Oh,
passing. Um, and the T52s, you get a little, they have, with the titanium bimetal, they have a little leeway with the quality control, but they're still only 50% pass. So now I'm trying to figure
wow.
out what to do for loadout Tuesday here in a couple hours.
Oh,
I pivoted to, well, spoiler alert, a Fingerspin Banshee SS version 2 prototype. And I'm swapping halves right now, but only four
let's.
out of 10 from those prototypes are proper working G squareds.
So
Um,
those are gone before you even
yes,
get
so
those up.
that's cancel that idea. So now I'm kind of back to square one with what to do for loadout Tuesday because of the metal switch, which is wild. That 7068 is not a standardized regulated material like 6061, 7075. So as long as it's in the right vicinity, and for the most part, from my understanding now, it's the zinc composite makeup of it
Yeah.
that causes issues for the anodizing. So all the prior last however many years of 7068, those have anodized fine at 6061 anodizing procedures. So this newest batch of loadouts, and we've done tons of loadouts. So it was not a hey, let's test and just make sure. It was a hey, let's gung ho. We're getting the whole batch ready. So that whole batch is bad because the material change from the supplier. Um, and it looks like it's going to operate more like 7075 for anodizing. So we've got, I don't know, a few weeks of loadout issues.
Well, we'll get through it. Ain't no big thing. I mean, when you're cranking thousands of them out, mistakes are going to happen eventually.
Well, I mean, we're
So
not cranking out thousands, but it's just, I come
hundreds.
too close, but then also that's just like things that you don't even cross your mind that could be an issue.
Right.
Like if I got those back and they vibe, sometimes that happens. I can have a glitch drop.
Right.
But for them to be just ruined um from the acid at 6061 instead of 7075 temperatures, it's crazy. Like you don't think about a whole batch just being completely bad, non-usable, period.
Interesting. Yeah. Praying for those loadouts. Hopefully that gets worked
No, they're
out.
dead, dude. So
Uh, you can't
that's
even re-anodize.
once you dip them in the anodizing, whatever the acid does to prep them. So this was at a hotter temperature for 6061 than 7068. It already has basically ruined the part.
Dang. Well, hopefully the machine shop makes that better, makes that work.
I'm not sure what their policy is going to be there. Um, Depends on how hard I want to push it, I think. But
It's their screw up.
kind of, right? Um,
So
it is 7068, but it's a slightly different makeup that wasn't communicated to me. So that's the issue, is that they changed the material supplier without letting me know. So then those raw parts got screwed.
hey, bro, guess what's been going on?
Hmm.
Messages on Instagram, on Facebook, on Discord. wanting a goose.
So the goose tested well. So
Yeah,
that's good. Um, so they'll start flying today.
roll tide. But yeah, people are wanting extras, bro. So here it is. Jake has not said anything to me. We're waiting on Jake Alicious. G2 Jake Alicious. There's people's update.
Yeah, I'll have an idea of how many extras after I get this first batch sent out that everybody's paid. Um, maybe give the people that didn't pay, I'll shoot them an email today if they don't pay by tomorrow. Peace out,
Is
Girl
there a
Scout.
lot of them?
I think there was like 10.
Dang. Would you like for me to reach out to a couple of them? Because
I'll probably just send them a copy paste email from G Squared Yo-Yos.
guys, I did stuff that is customized to you, so pay your invoices, please.
Well, when they watch this podcast, that's part of the beauty and issue of filming this Tuesday. That they already paid or
It's
lost.
too late. That's right.
Or I mean, if they're not paying, but they let me know when they're going to pay, that's different.
Yeah.
But just to ghost, yeah, it's gone. I don't
So
have.
see that creates difficulties in what I did for them and your project and how that's going to work. So I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Because you were, in theory, you were supposed to just be able to go down the line and not have to think about it.
Well, we're still going to have to think about it, right? Because there's going to also be issues where their name on the shipping label doesn't match up whatever name you have, and I'm going to say, who in the heck is this?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's fair. Hopefully, I did use the names that were given to me on the Google form. So
Yeah, so it just depends on if they use
hopefully,
the actual shipping name or not.
yeah, hopefully it works out. I'm sorry I wasn't thinking about,
Yeah,
of
go.
course, there's 10's not bad though for how many we had. So,
So blind five raining.
all right, let's roll.
I can't talk to you right now. You have to go upstairs.
Good
Daddy,
morning,
I
Oak.
said I can't talk to you right
Daddy,
now. I can't talk to you right now.
myself, buddy.
Yeah, you saw a bunny. Very cool. I love you.
Saw a bunny.
All right, blind five, appetizers edition.
Okay.
Bloomin' onion.
Mm. So we like to, we used to like to get these, but they're so greasy, bro. They're so greasy. It really makes them not uneatable, but pretty close. I'm gonna go number three.
I mean, I'm going five. Onion is the worst. So if you don't like onion, you don't like a bloomin' onion.
Yeah, well, they give you ranch, bro. So ranch takes everything away.
Yeah, but like I could just have a pile of fries.
Yeah, we know you like French fries.
Yeah, good quality stuff right there. Now, same category here, but better filling. The
Okay.
mozzarella sticks.
Okay. I'm gonna go five here. I worked at Sonic for a long time. I ate my fair share of cheese sticks. You know, every time I drop a basket, I'd throw me an extra one in there. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's Sonic economics. I ate enough of those to last the rest of my life. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
five here.
that's like it's like tortilla chips or like the cheese sticks. You're like, hey, do you want six cheese sticks for a snack? No, but what if I batter them and deep fry them? Yeah, I'll take six cheese sticks then, right?
Hey, bro, my wife loves cheese sticks. We go to up here to the Chronic. She wants a medium order of cheese sticks. Which guess how many that is? Six.
Six. Woo,
Six.
nailed it.
We're,
Pack.
bro, we're killing it today already.
All right, we're gonna stay in the fried section here, and we're gonna
All
go
right.
fried green beans, not fried pickles, fried green beans.
Oh, I love fried green beans. I'm gonna go number two here.
See, that's so good. Now you get a little ranch with those.
Yeah, there all has to be ranch. Another thing that if you're ordering this for the Mullins table, we need two of them because my kid's about to demolish fried green
Fried green
beans.
beans.
Oh,
I
rest
haven't
in
had them in a
peace.
while. They're good. Especially I like a little bit of the old. If you get lucky and get a sriracha ranch,
Okay, that sounds good, bro. I, d- I don't like
almost like
things
fancy
too
sauce.
hot, but sriracha,
No,
I feel like, you can water that down.
yeah, just a little bit of sriracha, tiny bit of kick and flavor. Sriracha doesn't hit the same like as hot sauce does. It doesn't have that vinegar flavor.
Love fried green beans, bro.
Queso.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with my what do I got? Three or four?
You got four
Oh, I got four.
and
I'm gonna go
one.
four. Yeah, I'm gonna go four. Queso. I mean, queso is better than salsa, right? I mean, I don't know. My problem is I walk into these places and I try the salsa and it's too hot. I don't want to just sit there and chug drink the whole time. So I just refuse to even try to do it. So, but queso's good, dog. Cheese dip, give me that Rotel, dog. Hook me up.
Last but not least, soft pretzel.
One, dog. And I don't feel like I made the wrong decision here. If we're at an Annie Ann's, I want the cut up ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, we're this is an appetizer, so you're most likely at a restaurant, not Annie Ann's, where that's the main dish.
Okay. Well, I have had a pretzel at a restaurant before as an appetizer. Still delicioso. I think it was
Usually you get
Belgium.
like beer cheese, maybe another two mustard. Like you can get the full sampling of sauces here, the mustard's gauntlet, and or maybe a queso, depending on the restaurant.
Didn't we do a pretzel at the restaurant in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we did. Yeah. So that's good. That's good stuff, bro. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
But so good ratings today. You
I
you were
thought
pretty
so.
good today.
I thought so.
Speaking of that restaurant, those corn dogs. That's the best corn dog I ever had.
Bro,
There was some special something honey vanilla in that batter.
everything was good there that we had. I tried Dabs's bone mat or bone whatever, and that was good.
No,
I
that
tried
makes
it.
me sick to think about.
I tried it. Well, we all need to get back together, dude. It's been too long. I sure miss y'all.
What do we got? Two more times till it's in Worlds in Cleveland again?
Uh, probably, probably, which is totally cool with me. I loved Cleveland. I had a great time in Cleveland. Only met one weird dude, and that was the guy that screamed at us in the alley in Cleveland. Did you just give your baby a head signal, a hat signal?
No, I was fixing my hat for the
Oh,
screen.
you don't remember the guy that pretty much you were doing a yo-yo trick and he put his hand in between the middle of your trick, almost dinged I think it was a brand new E23 you hadn't even released yet.
I don't remember that. I have just so much unfortunate cringe from that Jake interaction.
His name was Jake.
His name was Jake,
I remember that.
and so then he said, "Oh, it's Jake," and I was like, "Oh, Jake." I said something else other than which Jake he was, and I was like, "Oh, you just kind of want to melt down and disappear when you just call like you don't actually know who that person was. They know who you were."
Right. He recognized you immediately.
Yes. Um, so then I said, "Oh yeah, Jake." Maybe I said Jake R. And he's like, "No, this is the other different Jake." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then so my whole memory is just locked on that terrible interaction.
Well, there's 30 Jakes, but that guy recognized you as one. He knew who you were. We didn't know who
And I
he
think I
was.
had seen him at a contest, but years ago.
I
Um,
don't recognize him at all. I didn't recognize him at all. He the one that caused problems at Worlds too. I don't feel like the story was
no,
done with him.
I think he might have been SF Jake,
Oh,
maybe. I think he has
oh,
SF tattoo.
oh, wow.
But
I,
now we're reliving this, and I might have just misjaked him again.
I think so. But I don't know who SF Jake is, so I wouldn't know him if I saw him out of a group of people either. So I don't know.
Um, yeah, so we covered a lot of the things that I'm drowning through right now. What's going on over there? You feeling
Nothing,
great?
dog.
We
We're
get this work
chilling.
done?
Yeah, getting a lot of work done, fighting this. I got like some sort of lung issue this week, like a bronchitis or something, but I'm fighting that. We're killing it, dog, and waiting on that mail or waiting on the mail, dog.
Yeah. Um, you want to foreshadow anything for Stooges?
Uh, the person okay, let's say it like this. If you want to sponsor the podcast, any of them, right? We're going to shout you out. We're going to show you love. We're going to give you all the time in the world. Please do not go seek that yo-yo before we can get the word out. We are 12 hours from shooting that podcast. Dabs on the cast goes, I got him. I got him. No big deal. Yeah, we know what this guy wants. I got him. Tell him to hit me up. I tell him to hit Dabs up. He's already bought it. Give us time to produce, guys.
Well, the sponsor check already came through, so you can't blame them to continue looking for what they're looking for.
Yeah, that's fair. But
Like, what
sometimes
if John Conley finds the Rainbow Galaxy before this drops Thursday?
uh, I doubt that's gonna happen. But maybe he does. Maybe he does. But
Um,
just give us time.
what do you think about Mr. Severance wanting to do a little collab with ATC?
I love Tyler.
He's got
Oh
the best
God.
tricks.
Yeah, he does. He makes everything look easy, and none of his trick set is easy. His trick set is 20 years old of hard shit. You see what I'm saying? And his brother, I'm sure you remember Danny. Danny was a dumb, incredible yo-yoer. Like, so, and I can't help but see a lot of Danny when I see Tyler yo-yo.
And
So
Tyler Younger,
I'm not sure. I don't remember. But probably, probably, I would assume. But uh I mean, awesome, dude. And Tyler is, I mean, you can rely on him too. If he says he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it.
I mean, if I get flack for being average throwers club, I don't want to hear it anymore, right? One of the
Well,
greats, average thrower club.
yeah. I think us using his trick caught his attention, which is totally fair.
Yeah. And but I mean I think that I don't know if there was a spike in views on that video. There probably was on that tutorial, but I don't think there was any like I think it was all good.
Oh yeah.
Like so yeah, I think I'm gonna let Alex kind of decide if we want to if he can get wants to get tutorials from him in the future for a couple of his tricks.
Yeah.
Just kind of updated mic style, phone style under those 3 minutes so it's on your reel or whatever.
Right. No, T Sev's the man, dude. I love Tyler.
Hmm.
So super good dude. I've been friends. I've been looking. Well, one of my first yo-yo reactions, I accidentally met Tyler Severance. Bro just flew in for a random yo-yo meet that I just so happened to be at. So, I mean, we talked
Like a
about,
club?
yeah, just a random club. Him and do you remember Randy Jensen?
Yeah, Corco, right?
I don't know if he ever owned a company, but I loved Randy.
I'm pretty sure that
Hmm.
he owned Corco. Maybe not.
He lived in Atlanta.
Somewhere down there. I mean I don't really have I don't know him that much. Kind of a taller,
So,
skinny guy.
funny story about Randy Jensen. His dad was a pilot. So he would just show up. Like, he would show up on Fridays at the airport to just hoping someone didn't show up so he could get to a contest, fly for free on the extras. Awesome, dude. You see him everywhere. Like, and I actually met him my first yo-yo reaction or first yo-yo interaction. I drove to Nashville and got to sleep on the floor with Randy Jensen, Tyler Severance.
All three on the floor.
All through different angles of the bed. We weren't like touching.
So you're on the
Oh,
bed, not the floor. Oh, round the bed.
yeah, 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 yeah. Brandon Jackson's room was very small. I mean, lots of pictures of Bojack's room back in the day due to those freehand zero collection he had. So his whole wall was just plastered in zeros.
Oh, this is at his house. This wasn't a hotel.
Yeah, yeah. So, and there wasn't a lot of room other than that. I mean, you were closed in on that mug.
Hmm.
So,
But nobody could go living room couch.
oh no, he had a roommate that didn't yo-yo. So we all just kind of hung in this room. Yeah, it's probably best that I don't tell a lot of yo-yo stories on here because it does sound weird now that we're talking about it this way.
Yeah.
Three three grown adults in one little bitty room talking about yo-yos.
Were you on the live stream when we watched the that Yo-Yo Jam doc?
Yes, I was. And I love Noel's content, and I'm not taking a dig at his content right now, but I felt like he left a lot out. And maybe that lot has been lost with history, but he did.
Well, that's hard to research that stuff. And also, Noel, he's
He's
like,
newer, right?
yeah, well, I don't think he's that new, but what is he
Oh.
like? Mid late 20s?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way he's been in the community for more than like 5 or 6 years, right?
I think more than that. Because I've
Okay, well
seen him
maybe.
at contests before COVID.
Okay. Um, I didn't see one AJ Kirk clip in that. That hurts my feelings. More than anything, and I don't know how else to put that. Rest in peace. Boy, I miss him so much. He was one of those people that when I went to a yo-yo contest, I would seek out. Um, the guy just knew how to hug you. He just knew how to make, you know, there was nothing wrong with the world when you got to be around AJ Kirk. Similar to pretty much any of the Yo-Yo Jam players. They were all super nice guys, direct reflections of Mr. Dale. I mean, dude, I miss Yo-Yo Jam. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know how anybody could hate on Yo-Yo Jam. They made good stuff. They had a good team. They had an interactive team. You could reach out to pretty much anybody and they would help you.
Well, that's what my point on Yo-Yo Jam was. So I thought like as he's going through it, and it was Yo-Yo Jam was the players. It wasn't the product. It was the
No.
players,
Yeah.
very much so. Just had good players that to start, but then also they had the right personalities to grow a following.
Yes.
And it just that was what I remembered and took away from it was wow, they had that stacked team and they really controlled the early internet popularity.
So everyone talks about the yo-yo jam phase or not or yo-yo factory phase, right? And we're talking about those, I don't remember how long, maybe 5 or 6 years where they just dominated. 888, Superstar, Skyline. We can go back to back to back. Their team was great. They couldn't hold it for a long period of time, especially compared to what Yo Yo Jam did. They had a team 20 years of just monsters. So, and I
Yeah,
think, sorry.
I was gonna say the Yo-Yo Factory heyday was before I was into yo-yoing for the most part. Um, and I don't know who they're so they had Severance and I don't know who else they had.
Augie. Augie.
Augie, yeah, why did Augie's yo-yos have to suck?
I don't know. I've never thrown one.
You ever thrown a boss?
Oh, a Yo Yo Factory boss. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
to. That's not what he threw, though, was it? I thought the catalyst is what he threw. Or am I crazy?
Maybe he did, but that also not a
Okay.
banger. Um,
Well, let
which
me tell you, he sure did
that wasn't
special
very kind to me
things.
to say, but Augie is awesome. I love
Yeah.
Mike's a lot of Mike's tricks and what he'll throw around. He has a lot of Augie inspired stuff because he grew up with Augie.
What
But
a blessing that
so
is.
they have? They had Augie, Tyler.
Yuki.
Yeah, that's he was dominating. Then he went to Caribou Lodge, right?
Yeah. But I mean, those three right there are really all you need. But they also had Paul Kerbal. They had
Paul's a little later, right? With the
um
Horizon.
I thought it was around the same time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was pretty
I
close.
think that was like mid 2000s,
I
2010.
still One of my favorite memories of Yo-Yo was Augie versus Boyd. I mean, when they did that, it was
And that's before I was really into it.
bro, I hadn't been that hyped for a Yo-Yo release ever at that point. So it was just good stuff. And God, Augie's the man, bro. Thankful for Augie.
Goose
Augie,
versus Herdsman.
yeah, we're getting there. But Augie, I want to say, stuck his neck out for me on multiple occasions when he worked for Duncan. Gave me opportunities that he didn't have to give me, and will always be thankful for him.
What does that mean?
When I mean, dude, like Now, this is, of course, from my perspective. Okay. But when Augie took over the Duncan crew, I mean, it was, I don't know what month it was of 2014, but I know for a fact it was in 2014. He let me work. Like he sent me two or $3,000 worth of product and sent me to three conventions to work for Duncan or to, represent Duncan and sell the product.
Hmm.
And, I mean, dude, he just didn't have to do that. Like there, I had never been looked at as a crew member before. I had never, as far as I know, I had never been considered for the Duncan crew at this point. And he came in. Now keep in mind, they had also just fired my best friend at the time, a bunch
Because
of them.
Augie did Augie take his position?
Yes. Augie took his position. So it
Oh,
was a
I wouldn't
little,
say Augie took his position. They got rid of it, went a direction, and then Augie's who they replaced him with. It wasn't Augie. Augie didn't push him out. Augie just
no.
replaced him via the.
Yes. Just like, yeah, they're always going to keep somebody in that position. They have to, especially with what they have. But Augie took over. Didn't I mean, dude? There's plenty of yo-yoers from here to. I went to Alabama. I went to Georgia. I went to two places in Georgia, one in Alabama. I was at a festival that you've never heard of for a week in the town of it's somewhere in Alabama, but it's the home place of the band Alabama. I'm sure you've heard of them. So Boom Days is what it was called. You know how many yo-yos we sold? Not many, but Augie was thankful.
Not many.
So I don't know. It's so funny to think back on it because maybe they just wanted someone there to represent them, if that makes sense. But he was never worried about what I sold. So I was
That's
thankful.
interesting too that you're going to things that weren't yo-yo related to try and grow yo-yo, I think. Um,
But
whether
that
that
just,
was worth the resources or not, it's an attempt.
yeah, he just took a
Be like,
chance on me, and I'm thankful for that.
yeah, it'd be like, I don't know. I feel like they going to the state fair and having a booth. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably not
Yeah.
going to sell a lot of yo-yos, but is it worth a shot? Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, we did it. We tried it. I had a good time. I mean, I saw Augie at Worlds last year, and the first thing he said to me was, or not at Worlds, at Nationals last year or
At Boom
23.
Days.
No, the first thing he said to me is Cole, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Think about that. I mean, a town of 300 and something people. Augie Fash lives in California, and he remembers that. I mean, that
Oh,
just tells you what kind of person he is.
mm-hmm.
So I, I cannot tell you how much love I have for Augie. Gave me a chance when no one else would, and that goes for you too, bro. You really gave me a chance when no
It
one
sounds
would, but
like to me, it just sounds like cheap labor.
maybe it is, bro. But when that's your dream and that's what you want to do for a living, and someone does give you a chance, and at that point, I had been hanging around Duncan crew members for a long time, a lot longer than I want to admit.
Well, so that was your friend. So what I was saying there was mostly just a sarcastic comment. But um,
His yo-yo factory yo-yo sucked. He ain't gonna take that offensive.
no, I was just saying about you sound like cheap labor. That's why he gave you a
Oh,
chance. But no, that's not it. You had a passion for yo-yo, still do, that a lot of people can't match. And I mean, honestly, you're probably like one of the top people in yo-yo to have at a booth.
we had a
You
good
can
time,
relate to
man.
people. You can show and impress with, old school tricks and new, and you know a history. When people say, "Oh, do you remember this thing from, 2004?" You might, and once you can relate to them, you're a perfect example to have on a booth.
I love yo-yoing, and what I love more than yo-yoing is yo-yo people. I have always just seemed to connect. I don't understand.
Yo-yo people on three.
One, two, three.
Yo-yo people.
Yo-yo people. Love y'all. Y'all have a
Good
good day.
episode, man.
Good
Good
episode, brother. Love you.